my name is Belinda Dubston and welcome to the I Ching Cafe. Thank you for joining me here in our weekly overview with the I Ching for this week, the 28th of February 2022. So we literally just got one little day of February and then we're into March. What on earth will the I Ching ask us to pay attention to for March? Well, it's coming around the corner, so stay tuned to the channel. Right, so last week we had a locked hexagram, we had hexagram 9, the small tames, the small accumulates, asking us to sweat the small stuff and give every little precious thing its turn, its care, its nutrients. So what happened for you because you did that? And what did you become aware of where you needed to do that and did not act? Right, so please share that in the comments. It would be great to hear from you on that. Right, so this week, we literally are basically into March. So let's have a look at how the energy of this week is flowing for us. And for 3 weeks in a row, we have a locked hexagram. When we've had this before, we had 3 or 4 weeks in a row of locked hexagrams. I don't really know what it means, but hey, who's to judge what comes out of the coins? I cast the coins and that's what comes up. So obviously we're needing to pay attention to fixed themes. Locked hexagrams give us things to double down on and really focus on. There's no changing lines. There's no dynamic flip-flopping. This is just the theme for the week, all right? The tone. I often find that with a locked hexagram, you get like a tone of a palette or a color palette that pervades the week. When we have hexagrams with changing lines, what often you may find, as I do, is you get a very specific event that's tied to the changing lines, something quite evidential. So if you find in a week where there are changing lines, you find the evidence in your life pops up, linked to those changing lines, you are not alone. I have the same. And in weeks where we have a locked hexagram, you might find the theme is broader, or you may find something really specific. Okay, so let's have a look at what this week is asking us to pay attention to. And this week we have, I'm very pleased to tell you, hexagram 55, abundance. I feel like I need to do a drum roll there. Okay, so hexagram 55, abundance, is all about the harvest, okay, the culmination. Now, there's a very, very positive overtone with this hexagram of the culmination of the harvest, of going out into the orchard and going and reaping the fruits, okay, the trees we were looking after last week with the small accumulates. This week we are going harvesting, okay, and it really means going out and harvesting the fruits of the trees that you've been tending. Now, it may not always be that the harvest is about finance, okay, this is not predictive. This is about drawing our attention to what we are going through from a developmental point of view, what we should focus on. But, you might find this week that a culmination of something successful, of coming to harvest of something, of a closing off a cycle, because harvest is the reward after the cycle. Sometimes our rewards aren't the financial bounty, or the prediction of financial saving, okay, whatever. Sometimes the harvest is getting the lesson, okay. So we think about the process of culminating and reaching a completion of, this process of harvesting. What is it that we are harvesting this week? And I want you to really be open to what a harvest means for you, because sometimes the harvest can be something that's painful, but is a wonderful harvest of some internal development process. Okay, so that's why I mentioned, let's broaden our view of what harvest means. What does the fruits of our labors mean? Because if we are going through a big emotional development process, or you're going through a big challenge in your relationships or in your business right now, the harvest can mean for you that you culminate a resolution and completion and massive growth on an issue that is your obstacle. And if we do that and we broaden our understanding of what harvest means this week, we are going to see blessings pouring down. Okay, so growth and resolution is also a blessing. Okay, Don't just see the blessing as if there isn't a whole pile of bucks in my account that shouldn't be there and it's mine. The lottery, all right? Maybe the lottery numbers are something you need to do this week. But be that as it may, jokes aside, really let's focus on what it is that we are harvesting. What are the fruits we are harvesting? Now, as we look at this week and we pay attention to what we're being asked to focus on, one of the other things we might see is, what are we harvesting? And does that mean that the trees that we have been looking after were the wrong type of tree, were not well looked after, and we are harvesting the crop that we have put effort into? So you might find for this week, one of the things that comes to awareness is where the harvest is not up to what you had an expectation for, what you were thinking you were going to get, or what you thought the outcome of the work that you've been putting in would be. And maybe there's an opportunity for all of us to go back and reflect on what we are building. Okay. I have this personal mantra at the moment that helps me keep going when I feel a little overwhelmed by life and the things that I need to do. And it goes like this. Time marches on, whether you make good use of it or not. I think I've shared this already on the channel, right? Time marches on, whether you make good use of it or not. And so when I feel like a blob and I don't want to deal with life, I think about this little mantra and I think to myself, right, I could be the blob, but time is going to march on. I'm never going to get it back. I'm never, ever going to get that time back. You are never going to get that time back. All right. So what we can do is that we can make good use of our time. All right. And what we might see this week in our harvest week is that there are things that we are harvesting that are not quite what we thought they would be because we have been a blob. And it's okay to be a blob every now and then and lay like broccoli and just have, decompression time. That's important. But time marches on, whether we make good use of it or not. So maybe cut back on that Netflixing or, dare I say, some YouTubing, whatever it is that's your, fetish of escaping from the world. We all have it, okay? And think about, what do you need to be investing in and farming and working on so that the harvest you get on the next round is up to spec, is up to what you were hoping it would be. What are we building? How are we using our time? Because we are harvesting the fruits of whatever our labors have been. Okay, the harvest that happens this week, whatever it is drawing our attention to our past efforts. But guess what? Starting now, you can change the efforts you're putting in now. You can change where your focus is. You can invest your time and energy and love and care into the things that you're wanting to do. If you're wanting to study, drop one Netflix episode, okay? That's 45 minutes. Boom. You've got time. Don't let time be the reason you can't do things, because it's going to march on whether you do it or not. Okay. On that sobering thought, please like, share, and subscribe. Have a wonderful week, and I wish you absolute buckets and oodles and noodles of abundance this week as our harvest comes in. And if it doesn't come in the way we expect it, I affirm for you, you see what you can do differently on the next cycle, that you put in the effort and you make good use of the time that you have. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in the socials, and I'll be seeing you very soon for the monthly overview for March. So keep your eyes and ears open for that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.